Welcome, everyone. Happy June. Here we are, June 2nd. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. And the company continues to surprise us every month with something new and fun to launch our month with. So that is what we're going to be spending a good bit of our time with today. But first, let's start with celebrations. And so we got a lot of them, y'all. It was a fabulous month. Oh my gosh, it was such a great month for all kinds of reasons. And so Emily is not able to be here, but she has one of the most fun celebrations, which was, y'all, she got Joy to QSC in the 11th hour that last day. And I was going to have her share exactly what she did, but we did a coaching with Emily that morning and she was not thinking that was going to happen. And so it was just such a sweet surprise. Hey there, Morgan. I'm so glad you're here. Such a sweet surprise for Emily. And she worked for that though. And I'm going to let her tell you what she did, but and how she really enticed Joy to finish that off. So she is a great leader, and we're so proud of her. So, and then secondly, a big family celebration for us. We have a young man who has a very significant birthday tomorrow. So we all throw up a little celebration for Steve. It's a big one. It's a really big one. And Steve has been in POB as a result of having two POB legs. But the celebration this month for him is he got back into self-sustaining POB. Woohoo! Which is huge, y'all. 5,400 points. So so proud of him and excited. So okay, open it up for more celebrations. Y'all chime in with more celebrations.
I just want to tell Steve it's the new 40. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Ah. Okay, who else has some celebrations? I know y'all do.
Well, I'll say I was really glad to get that PB restored when I saw that on my back office, that the corporate was going to do because I
Yes.
had dropped, and that got my attention. But scrambling around on Saturday, I got two or three orders. And it's a couple of people that had been sort of not back in the system since we
Yeah.
switched over, and every time I contacted them, they weren't ready. But they were ready. So that was great.
Oh, that's awesome, Hannah.
I'm
That
all
is
about
great.
adding up team
Yeah,
reset.
give me just a second. Yeah, I'll get it for you.
Yeah. Oh, can we mute there? Let's see. Mimi, I don't know if you as the host can mute. That'd be awesome. So yeah, Hannah, Mimi, were you going to say something?
Well, I was going to say Hannah had the most reset orders on Team Light, so we're really proud of you,
Oh,
Hannah. Yay!
so exciting. Yay. And we did have a ton of new reset orders. So thank you everyone for all the hard work that you did for that. And we had a lot of new qualifiers because of what happened with the restoration of the excess. So that is a huge gift. And just as a training point, we want to be sure to connect with all of those partners who had their excess restored because now they can work from a place of, instead of that place of, what do they call it? Depravity. What do they call that? The mindset that is where the cup has
Scarcity?
half empty. What is it called?
Scarcity.
Scarcity. Yeah. Yeah,
Behavior than
that word
depravity.
is not in my vocabulary. Instead of working from that place, they're going to work from a place of abundance because they've got their excess restored. So I love that. Okay, more celebrations.
I'll speak on Emily's behalf. For Joy, the celebration has been amazing. So the morning after we found out, Emily saw her at drop off and got her a gift card to her favorite coffee place. And Joy just started to cry because that was actually an argument between her and her husband. You can't afford gourmet coffee and Juice Plus. And so, you know, he's like, now you can afford both. So anyway, it was just I don't think Joy realized how much we love to
Got it.
celebrate
It's not that heavy.
after. And so it was just really cool.
That is so amazing on so many levels, Karen. First of all, that
Yeah.
you honored that. And what a
Yeah.
story that Juice Plus is allowing her to buy her favorite coffee. I mean,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
is such a perfect story. I love
Yeah. It was really, I mean, Emily was kind of in tears. They were all in tears. I mean, it was just
I didn't hear you.
a really
Oh, you aren't going to take Kim's.
sweet moment.
it.
Brenda, if you could please mute, that would be awesome. Okay. Anybody else? Thank you, Karen, for sharing that. That just warms our heart. And y'all, I love inviting people into our community of celebration. I just think that people aren't necessarily used to being celebrated in that kind of way, and it's a sweet thing. And it's so much a part of our culture. So I love that. Who else has some celebrations? Severin.
Yeah, my team member Tanya, who got her QSC a little bit ago, I think she attended the call last week with you all. She got her, well, how do I put it? We got a new doctor on board who's trying the product, and that's the husband-wife team. She's the health coach, and he's the internal medicine doctor here in town. So we're excited for them to have a great experience and for us to educate them, and then invite them. We've already mentioned, the affiliate program, but they're waiting to have a great experience. And they have kiddos getting free products. So super excited for Tanya to get that order.
Oh, that is so exciting. She is just blasting off, isn't she?
She
I
is. She's
can't
got
wait to
so
meet
much
her in
energy.
person. I can't wait to meet
Mhm.
her in person at Blue Ridge. That'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
cool.
She's so excited to meet all of y'all.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. And Sarah says, yeah, you're such a wonderful trainer.
Oh.
And leader, which you are. That's awesome. Okay, any other celebrations? Okay, well, y'all will move into announcements real quick. Um, so tomorrow's the corporate kickoff call. So I would encourage everybody to be on that. It's at noon Eastern, 11 Central, and just make these monthly kickoff calls from corporate a part of your really important business routine because they are so good. And our very own dear friend Whitney Lloyd is going to be training on that. So we all want to be there and supporting her. Um, this week I'm going to be in San Antonio. Steve and I both are going to be in San Antonio with Sarah and John, and it's the day after Steve's big birthday. And y'all who may not know this, he is a Texan through and through. Everything is bigger and better in Texas. When we married, he said, we're going to Texas, and sure enough, we did. And so he has got plans to go to the Alamo and eat Texas food, and in the middle of all that, we're doing an event for Sarah and John there too. And so, if you have people in San Antonio that you want to invite to that event, please let Sarah know. The event flyer is in the team Facebook group. And I hope y'all are making it a routine to always look in the Facebook group at the beginning of the week to see what's up with announcements and also calendar events. Blue Ridge Boot Camp, we still have room for some people in our Airbnb in the mountains. And y'all, I will just say that the Texas. No, we're going to be in Texas having that boot camp this weekend. But the Blue Ridge boot camp, year after year, I have been to it. It's one of the most fun boot camps in a cool, very beautiful area of the Blue Ridge Mountains. We have a band and dancing on Saturday night, and it's just a lot of fun. So if you can buy your ticket and get yourself and your people there, then you've got a free place to stay. So y'all join us if you can. And then, okay, our specials, the join in June and heat up your earnings. I'm going to go ahead and move us over to that for our training time. And y'all, this is so excited for so many reasons. I'm going to send a request, Mimi, to share the screen.
Got it.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay. Okay, can y'all see my, I know that, ooh, that's a busy screen there. Let me see if I can get rid of some of that.
We can see your screen.
Okay, can you see that okay?
Yeah. It
Okay,
should, there's a little, rectangle trying to copy something to the clipboard. Maybe if you click inside that and delete or backspace, it'll get rid of it. I don't know.
okay. I am not sure about that, but I'm
Oh,
gonna move, I'm gonna go ahead
okay.
and move on, y'all. So the join in June, um, this is a great time to start new partners up. And I was kind of lamenting because we had 2 new partners in May. Both of them did their P plus, which was a huge celebration too. And so I saw this and I kind of went, oh, they missed it. But the more I thought about it, it's actually great for them. And I'm going to tell you why in just a few minutes. But when somebody signs up new, they essentially get their $52 toward their first product, which how many times did we, when they let people sign up free, did they never even order their product, right? So I think this is such a better strategy for that. And so I am going to show you more about, am I still on share screen or no? Did I get
No.
rid of it? I got rid of it. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So the join in June is between June 1 through the 30th, and it's for new partners or returning partners who've been out of the system since May 30th of 2024. So it could be someone who's been a team member before who is ready to come back. And the top 5 partners with the most new team members are also going to get to go to the Gap in September. So that's kind of a fun little perk there as well. So let's see. Okay. So the next thing is, can you see the heat up your earnings?
Not yet.
You cannot see that yet. Okay. Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So heat up your earnings. Y'all, I love this. I am so excited. I love numbers because numbers tell a story. And so I was thinking about this in terms of how it impacts us as, partners who are growing our business and how it impacts new people. And y'all, one of the things that I think for new people makes it a little difficult is they don't feel like they're making as much money as they want to make early on. And so this really gives people, when they start up, such a great opportunity to have bigger checks from, right out of the gate. So I looked at the numbers for like a Partner Plus, for example. Usually what I tell somebody is, so you're going to make $100 thank you, and you're going to make $100 back on your sales profit. So that's going to be $200 you'll get back as a Partner Plus, and that's just the 3 trio version of a Partner Plus. Now with the 3 trio version, you'll get $100 thank you, and you'll get $200 back on the sales profit. So it's $300 for a Partner Plus instead of $200. And then for a person going to QSC, which I've got several of those, then it's going to be, if you think in terms of they need 9 more trios to get to their 3,600 points for QSC, they would make 405 in the current regular system. They'll make 675 in this Heat Up Your Earnings. So it really is a significantly higher earning level for our new people. Okay, so what can we do, those of us who have, solidified business, and maybe we are really wanting to attract new customers who ultimately can be raving fan customers and new team members. So the great thing about it is, if you want to, this is what I'm going to do personally, because if you get 3 or more customers, new customers, and they have to be the trio, the quad, or the superfood. So trio, capsule, or chewable, quad, or superfood. If you get 3 customers or more, it applies to you. And so what I plan to do is I plan to give a rebate. I'm going to be making double. So I'm going to get to offer to give the sales profit back to new customers. You don't have to do that, but I'm just, probably toward the second part of the month, going to do that in terms of just incentivizing people. What I have found is when I did that with the superfood products, it really was a turning point for a lot of people in making a decision. People just love a deal. And I think people love a deal now more than ever, because of all the reasons we know that people are watching their finances. And so if I can say to somebody, I'm going to give you a rebate on your first 4 months, that's going to enable you basically to get it wholesale, I think that will help some people, who've maybe been deciding for a while, make that decision and jump in there. So if you look at the details of this, whoops, sorry. Oh gosh, y'all, I'm sorry. My technological, okay. Can you see the Heat Your Earnings rules now, or what are y'all seeing on the screen? Okay, you're not. Okay, hang on one second. Okay, so if you look at the Heat Up Your Earnings, the specifics about it, as I mentioned, it has to be 3 or more new customers that place a 4-month subscription of the trio capsules or trio chewables, or the quad, or the superfood. Healthy starts do count, pay in full or installments. To count as a new customer, they must have a new email address and a new customer account. And it can include an existing customer who has not purchased any Juice Plus products since May 30th of 2024. So this is back to really the emphasis of not new orders, but new customers. You understand what I mean? They're really trying to get new families signing up for Juice Plus, new customers, or those who have been happy customers in the past. We're trying to help them come back. And then leads do not count. Returned orders don't count. A partner's personal orders don't count. Double sales profit on each qualifying order. Must have a minimum of 3 new customer orders. Will be included in June's earnings and payout, which of course we get in July. And then partners must be in good standing to receive the double sales profit And I think that really just means that you're up to date, you've renewed, basically that's what that means. And then they're going to do some other fun incentives for us as well. And so then if you look at, and y'all, all of these images that I'm showing you, they're all in Team Impact Facebook group. So you can really pull them up. You can examine them yourself and really look. It's just flushing out what this means for you financially. So I think it's just a really super, super exciting thing. So I would love to just open it up for questions about that now and I want to make sure everybody understands the June incentives that we have. And we want to answer any questions y'all have and any thoughts maybe that y'all have as you were learning about this.
I just want to clarify. So 3 new orders get you the check mark. Does
Double
that
sales.
mean the rest of your orders that you currently had shipping that month get double sales profit?
I think it's just the new orders. I think it's just
think
going to
it's
be
the
the
new-
new orders.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I think we can brainstorm a little bit about how to present this, because I think, Sharon, you made a good suggestion, a thought of how you could offer back sales profit to your customers due to this incentive. It's a really good idea. The other thing I wanted to point out, and you guys can look at your phone or Vox or whatever if you want to later, but on the rules that you just had up on the screen,
Mhm.
I don't know if you want to put it back up, but I just noticed something that's probably going to come up, number 4 and 5.
Mhm.
Number 4 is a new customer is someone who ordered last before May 30th of 2024. And then number 5 says it's got to be a new email address, a new customer login. So
Mhm.
I think that leaves room for some confusion, actually.
Mhm.
Because if it's someone that only has one email and they're coming in and ordering, hopefully that'll all go smoothly. But
Mhm.
I'm just wondering if a new email address would help. Do y'all know what I'm saying? Like,
I think what you're asking is an either or and,
yes,
right?
yes,
Either
yes.
one of these, which would be May 30th forward, would be a new email address. Or is it also a new email address prior to May 30th?
Yeah, I think it's and, but
Yeah, I think it's maybe they'll clear it on the call tomorrow and be a little clearer on it, but
yeah.
that's great. I think you're right, Mimi.
Just wanted to point that out, that could be a point where we could get in some muddy waters, but we know that everything that happens on Shopify is email driven. So if
Mhm.
someone can put in a different email, it would be simple.
So I just think that new email means that if they have if they have an email with the company now, they will not be considered new. If they have if they were my customer 2 years ago, they can come in with their same email that they had 2 years ago. They don't need to change their email, as long as they haven't been in the system in the last year with that same email.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
shouldn't be
what to say.
confusing. If they haven't been in the system since they changed the system, it shouldn't be confusing. I mean, if they were before May, it shouldn't be
Correct.
confusing because it's the first time that email is showing up in the new system.
And
Yes.
if you take May and you add 4 months to May 24th, it takes you to the fall, which is when the transition took place with
Right.
Shopify, where that's probably where they captured the emails. But I think
Exactly.
Mimi's right. It's a double check to make sure that's not a and, but an or. But I bet tomorrow they'll cover it on the call. I would.
So I want to make sure I'm understanding what you're saying because I'm not getting it exactly. So, so tell me again, like, so I can understand what y'all are confused, where you feel the muddy
Yeah,
waters.
no, I think what everyone's trying to say is that I think it comes down to this, is that did they carry, I think this is a different way of answering the question. Did they port over, did they bring over in the system conversion email addresses for quote unquote customers who have not had an order going back to that date? And if they did, is that going to disqualify somebody because, okay, they haven't ordered since May, but we have their email address in our system. That's what's being asked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's a very interesting question that we just need to ask, because I think what Jerry's saying, which is most likely, is that you think about the conversion date, they probably only brought over probably, but it's worth asking. And that's probably the intent, but you don't know until you ask. And so I think, to Mimi's point, get ahead of it, make sure my guess would be their intent was this needs to be a new email address in our system, but they're not saying the rest of it in the fine print is we didn't port over, or I shouldn't use that term, but they didn't transfer over email addresses for customers who were not active.
Perfect, Steve.
And
Yeah.
those people,
Okay.
and those people wouldn't have made a customer account in Shopify.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
With our time left, can we talk about what the terminology, rebate, incentive? If we're going to offer something to somebody, always keeping in mind, remember when Steve reminded us, let's not discount the value of Juice Plus.
Right.
Should we use the term incentive to try, or rebate? Or I like incentive, but I'm sure there's some. I just wanted to play with a little bit of words here but we can all, I think,
Yeah.
I think it's critical to the marketing.
I think that's such a great point, Jerry. So I'm going to tell you what I said, and then if anybody else did that, offered that before, and it worked for you. What worked for me was I said, the company has been very generous with us, and I am passing some of that generosity along to people who are ready to sign up as new customers. So I'm going to give you a rebate, I'm going to give you the sales profit back. And so that's what I said. What did anybody else say?
Well, Sharon, you're doing that for any order or just a trio or quad?
Yes, just for the orders that, just for the subscription orders.
Okay. Okay.
Because I'm not getting double, sales profit on anything but
Right.
that. So, yeah. So that was just what came to me as I was thinking about it. And I mean, I've got a lot of prospects out there, new people, that I would love to, really present something to that might be a decision maker. I don't know, or might encourage them toward, okay, I'll give it a try.
Yeah, I don't. First of all, I think a couple of things. I know this is saying the obvious, but I think what you said was this obviously shouldn't be considered that everybody needs to do this, right? So that's one.
Correct. Yes.
The second thing is I do think words matter, and I do think Jerry's point is pretty good, because it's really good, not pretty good, it's real good. Just a thought would be to say something along the lines of, we have a special program going on right now, and if you order, you'll get $50 back on this order. It's a one-time thing. I mean, I think it's better than using the word rebate. Rebate, it is what it is, but and also discount is really bad. But that's something for y'all to figure out. I do think and even if you did it as a gift card, look, if you make this order, where do you buy your groceries? I mean, money's money, right? But I'll get you a gift card, but you don't need to, I really wouldn't, I think tying it to the incentive and all that gets a little tricky.
Y'all, lots of good thoughts, and we'll continue this conversation. One of the other things, though, that I think is very important is to really use this to go back to your people who are partners and haven't gotten to Partner Plus, and let them know, hey, there's an opportunity for you this month that is very unique. And if you want to work on getting to Partner Plus and getting that, additional commission, you'll make double sales profit this month. It's also great for your P pluses, to incentivize them to want to take a look at moving to QSC because they'll make significantly more income if they do it this month. So, I think that going back to our current partners, and when you're bringing new partners on, like, it is really a big deal. Somebody could really make a lot of money in 1 month. If they do a 30-day 30-day QSC, that is significant. It's well over $1,000, y'all, on in terms of what they would make. And that's just on the the sales profit and the commission. So, it really is very significant for brand new people, for your people hanging out at Partner Plus, um, very significant for those people. So I encourage it, everyone or people that are going for a qualified business. I mean, that's the focal point of the company is build a qualified business. That is what gives you a solid monthly dependable income is having a qualified business. And so if somebody's not yet qualified, wow, this is the month to get qualified, because you're gonna make significantly more income getting there than you would any other month. So I think it's a great team incentive. I didn't mean to hang out so long on our personal new customers, but many of you may be going for that qualified business. Many of you may be, going for the next step. And, I want you to see, wow, this could really make a significant, a difference in your paycheck while you build to that qualified business. I mean, I would love for everybody on our team who has the desire, to have that stable, qualified business. I would love to help everybody on our team who wants that to achieve that. I mean, that is just it's the foundation of your business. If I didn't have a qualified business, y'all, my paycheck would be 80% less than it is. I mean, I'm just telling you, that's where a huge part of my check comes from. And so it is the foundation of our marketing plan. It is the foundation of a business, is that rock solid qualified business with 1,800 excess. So I just get really super excited about what this can do in terms of team building and helping our people, especially people who have fallen out. And now they've got their excess, and now they get double sales profit as they build back. That's huge. That is huge, y'all. So I would say it's a really sizzling summer incentive to go into
It's
June.
brilliant. And I want to say it's brilliant of our
Yes.
leadership in Collierville because we've
Yes.
never had so many creative incentives come in our way. So I think it's worth our while to take a hard look, read over all that stuff that came through. I've been doing the same thing and just start thinking about it. And then I think we can brainstorm again. I mean, I'm just going to say, Karen,
Absolutely.
whatever you do, I know it's going to work. So I want to know. So what would Karen do?
Exactly. It's so true. It's so true. And Emily, what would Emily do? They're the Strive for Fivers in our whole team. They got there. I mean,
Everyone's got good ideas. So I think
yes,
we need
yes,
a brainstorm session.
yeah,
Now, once we kind of wrap our head around all this, and we could just go in Voxer, we don't have to meet again on Zoom, but
yeah,
let,
yeah.
let's explore different ways to offer this.
I think that is a great idea. And I want to just tell y'all that I'm so excited to let you know that I think they left the call, but Mara and Jerry, or Mara is going to lead the call next week. She's already agreed, y'all. I'm not just like saying that right now. And then I've asked Karen and Emily to share a little bit. They had the most phenomenal event. And so I've asked them to help with the training of that. So it's going to be a Nova team call. I'm going to be on an airplane coming home from Texas next Monday, so I will miss y'all. But Steve will be on and running the technology piece. I think Mimi is on to help too. Marl will be leading. Karen and Emily will be training, helping with that training process. So it's going to be an awesome team call. And I am so fired up to help each and every one of you, wherever you are, to take that next step. And I know Mimi feels that way. Your upline leaders feel that way. We are here for you. So we're going to stop the recording and now